You COMESA leaders are focused and united in a message you want to deliver. The rest of the world hears you, and the rest of Africa moves along. You have an opportunity now to run with the African agenda. You are at the nexus of Africa's aspirations for regional integration, growing into a Pan-African free trade area. You are at the center of the FTA for the 3 unions on Eastern and Southern Africa. Similarly, you can run with a substantive agenda of Africa's industrialization. This year has 3 unique opportunities for the multilateral process. In July, we're having the 3rd Financing for Development Summit of the world. The promise of Doha in 2002 and Monterrey in 2008, with commitments of 0.7% of GNI to development assistance, must be given a reality check in Addis. But for that to happen, for the agenda of development not to be overrun by the agenda of climate, as is appearing from the dialogue internationally today, Africa has to raise its voice. The first step to this, Your Excellencies, so you have to talk to your colleagues, heads of state and government from around the world. Let them not send to Addis ministers of development and cooperation. FFD is not about solidarity and cooperation. FFD is rededication to the 0.7% commitment of Monterrey. FFD is to ask, why did you declare 0.7 and on average you have achieved 0.35 globally? Importantly, if we have to keep a balance between sustainability, economic prosperity, and ecological sustainability, the momentum of committing resources must be balanced between ecological and economic and social goals. Related but slightly differently, let the world be giving sufficient balance in commitment of resources, not only to the 3 pillars of SDG, but to say, don't create one envelope calling it SDG, you put all the resources there, and under the guise of collective envelope, you commit resources to domestic climate change mitigation action at the expense of international solidarity and commitments. This is a statement of political import that only political leadership can give.
Excellencies, your theme on inclusive and sustainable industrialization is undoubtedly the most meaningful of the responses to the development aspiration of your region and indeed of Africa as a whole. It underlines the increasingly crucial catalytic contribution that UNIDO can make together with other development partners in helping COMESA's citizens to achieve a better life where economic growth is accelerated and the resulting development is both inclusive and sustainable. As the Millennium Development Goals approach to their deadline, we are pleased to know that much progress has been achieved on critical issues related to social and human development, yet much more still needs to be done in the economic and environmental spheres to support poverty eradication and consolidate the social gains. The relevance of UNIDO's mandate and the mission has consequently never been stronger.
With appropriate national and regional policy instruments, regional free trade can boost industrialization in Africa. Inclusive and sustainable industrialization, which is the theme of this meeting, in my view, has 2 major connotations. First is that small and medium-scale enterprises must be crowded into the industrialization process such that foreign firms and multinational corporations do not dominate the industrialization agenda. And second is that industrialization must create opportunities for the people in society, It must create decent jobs, expand wealth, and improve the living standards of all, particularly women and youth, opportunities. In other words, industrialization must create a win-win situation for the state, private sector, and ordinary citizens.
Regional integration is not an end in itself, it's a means to an end, to achieve shared prosperity as Africans. We should therefore reflect on what regional integration means to the ordinary African citizen. Has it succeeded in creating jobs for our youth? Does it address the problems of women and women cross-border traders who work hard to earn a living? Has it helped to attract more investment to our shores? And has it helped to create more trading opportunities among our people? The theme of the summit, inclusive and sustainable industrialization, is very timely and relevant in answering some of these questions. It lies at the heart of transformative integration. Allow me, therefore, to share a few perspectives on this theme. Industrialization is a necessity for Africa's transformation. And as stated, Africa is at the exceptional crossroads. It can either sustain the growth potential of the past decade or waste our historic opportunity to attain inclusive growth and structural transformation.